Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a topic on data communication and computer network. And in my previous lecture, I have discussed about the introduction of data communication and computer network. If you have not seen it, you can go to the side button and you can see my lectures. Okay. In today's lecture or in today's discussion, I am going to talk about different network model present in an in a data communication and computer network. Okay, let's start about that topic. So basically, in a computer network, there are two network model. There are two popular network model available. One is your ISO OSI reference model. Another one is your TCP/IP protocols. Okay. So what is ISO OSI stands for? ISO OSI ISO OSI model stands for ISO. The full form of ISO is International Standards Organizations, and OSI is Open Systems Interconnections. Okay, and these two form your ISO OSI model. Actually, why the name has come with ISO is that this particular reference model, this is a OSI reference model, is being designed by your or proposed by your ISO. That's why this reference model is known as your ISO OSI reference model. Okay, and this belongs to your network model, and this is only a reference model, but before this reference model, this ISO reference model being proposed, there is one more network model which is already proposed and already being executed. Okay, so that model is known as your TCP/IP protocol suite. What is TCP/IP? Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. Okay, so these are two protocols. They combine together and they form one network model. Okay, so we will discuss what are, and as you all know that whenever we discuss any network model, uh, what normally happens is a big network, and how a particular network works. A particular the working of a particular network is divided into different parts, and based on that part, different functionalities are being mentioned. So, first we will discuss how this ISO is a reference model represents different functionality of the network, and how each and every um, each and every layers of this ISO model is being referred. Okay. In similar way, we will see there are different layers that works in TCP/IP model to facilitate your network communication, and we will see what are the different layers associated with this one. So let's first start with ISO model. Then we will go get into your TCP/IP protocols. So in ISO reference model, what happens? We have 7 layers. So what happens? As you all know that whenever we have a big task, if we have a big task, what we normally do is that we break down this big task into small tasks. Okay, and we try to find the solution of each and individual task. Okay, and when we combine the solution of individual task, and we are going to get the solution for the big task. The similar way, the whole network communication process has been divided into different layers, and each and every layer uh, contributes something to the for the network communications. And when we combine the functionality of all these layers, we are going to achieve the network communication. Okay, and how for each and every layer that we see over here, it has some sorts of protocols associated with it. So that will help us uh, to to go for the network communication. So in this ISO model, we have the whole network communication system has been divided into 7 layers. It starts with physical layer, then data link layer, then network layer, then transport layer, then session layer, then presentation layer, then application layer. Okay. So first it starts with the physical layer. In the physical layer, uh, I just would like to give a brief introduction about these layers, but we will try to explore each and every layer's functionality in detail in our future video. Okay. So in the physical layer, what happens? It is just as different physical components. It like your how the nodes are present in different topology, or how the wires and cables are being connected in a network. Uh, all these physical devices exist in case of your physical layers. Okay, it depends on the physical layers, physical devices, and the data that is present in this layer is in the form of signals. Okay, the signals may be of your analog signal, or it may be digital signals. Okay, digital signal. So this is what is your physical layer, but we will explore many about physical layer in our future videos. Now next comes to your data link layer. What is the data link layer? Data link layer facilitates the communication between your network layer and physical layer. Okay, so in data link layer, what it does is that it helps to communicate between two hop to hop connection. Hop to hop connection. Okay. Now let's suppose say what is an hop to hop connection. Suppose this is a source. Okay, and there is a destination. Okay, there are two systems that is present. So data, suppose there are some intermediate devices in between them. Okay, so the data will start from this source, then it goes to here, then from here it goes to here, from here it goes to the destination. So this data link layer, what it does is that it helps to communicate between the hop to hop. Here hop 1, this hop 1, this is hop 2, and this is your hop 3, and finally is your destination. So it helps to communicate between two uh, uh, the hop to hop communications. Now there are certain protocols that helps to facilitate this one. I will discuss those protocols in our future videos. Now next we have your network layer. Network layer, what happens? Now one thing I wish you should remember, in data link layer there is an addressing mechanism called your physical addressing. Okay, physical addressing, or we say the MAC address is the permanent address normally given by the manufacturer of the system. So we will discuss all about this in your future classes. Just to remember that there exists in physical the addressing scheme in data link that is called your MAC address. Okay, the data that is associated with data link layer is in normally in the form of your frames. Okay, so there will be frames in this code. And in the physical layer, it is zeros and ones or some signals, something like that. In network layer, now this comes to your network layer. What network layer does is that it is responsible for delivering the data from source to the destination. Okay, and there is a addressing scheme associated with this one that is called your logical address. Okay, this logical address are of two types. One is your IPv4, Internet Protocol version 4, and IPv6, Internet Protocol v6. This is what is the responsibility of your network layer. Next comes to your um, next comes to your transport layer. Transport layer is responsible for delivering your data from port to port, or application to application. Okay, what is this? And the address associated with this one is known as your port address. We will discuss what is port address in future. Okay, now this transport layer is responsible for port to port delivery. Session layer is what responsible for your maintaining the session, maintain the session between source and the destination. Presentation layer helps in representing the contents that comes out from the application layer, and this presentation layer helps to present the content in such a way that that should be understandable by your destination. Let's take an example. There is an user from India, and there is an user from China. This, if the India wants to communicate with the China, then the format should be presented in such a way that the Chinese person should understand the presentation of this content. So the presentation layer is responsible for presenting the content that should be understandable by the destination. This is an example just I am giving you, but in network concept it will be quite different. Okay. Now in application layer, what it does is that it is directly connected with a user. A user may initiate any sorts of applications. Okay, like your file transfer is an application. Okay, remote desk, uh, remote desk connection is an application. So mail services is an application. There are many applications associated with the network. So This application layer is responsible for creating different application in a network. So this is how this is what is the functionality of different layers in your network model. And this particular layers are belongs to your OSI reference model. But in protocol, in TCP/IP protocol, we have only 4 layers, but the last 2 layers are being uh, what you say divided into 2 parts. I will take one by one. Okay. Now, in the, we have already seen that in OSI model we have 7 layers, but all these layers, these 3 layers, first 3 layers, they are going to create your application layer. Okay. So in TCP/IP protocol model, TCP, this is your TCP/IP protocol suite. Okay, and in this protocol suite, we have application layer, we have transport layer, we have network layer, then we have what we say is the data link layer. But this data link layer is further divided into 2 parts. One is your data link layer, and another one is your physical layer. Okay, so we have 4 layers: application layer, transport layer, network layer, and data link layer. And but in application layer of your TCP/IP protocol suite is the combination of application layer, presentation layer, session layer of your OSI model. Okay, so all these 3 layers put together it gives you your application layer of TCP/IP protocol suite. Then we have transport layer. Okay, to facilitate the application, we have different protocols. These are what we have protocols that facilitate the application layer functionality. Okay, one is your simple SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. We will see all these things. Then this is FTP, file transfer protocol, telenetworking. Okay, domain name systems, system network management protocol, network file system, remote procedure call. Okay, so these are all protocols that facilitate communication in your application layer. Then we have transport layer. In transport layer, we have 2 different protocols. One is your TCP, another is your UDP, transmission control protocol, user datagram protocol. This is connection oriented and this is connectionless. All these features we will explore in our future classes or future discussions. Okay. Then we have network layer. For this network layer we have different types of protocols. Okay, and this one is your internet protocol. We have ICMP, Internet Control Management Protocol. Okay, it is Internet Group Management Protocol. Here we have a Internet Protocol, then ARP, Address Resolution Protocol, Reverse Address Resolution Protocols. All these protocol works in your network layer to facilitate the data communication. Then we have data link layer. Next we have physical layer. So the functionality of almost all these layers are almost same, but the basic difference between ISO-OSI model and TCP/IP model is that ISO-OSI model is only a reference model; it has never been executed. Okay, it only defines the content which layer has to perform what particular functionality. But before that, one already network model, that is the TCP/IP protocol suite, has already been invented and it was in working protocol. Okay, so from there and currently also people are working on this TCP/IP protocol, and whatever we see in and around us is the contribution of the TCP/IP protocol suite. But to understand the contents of a particular network, we need to have your ISO-OSI reference model, which clearly defines what should be the functionality of each and every layer and how they are works. Okay, fine. So this is all about for today, and in my next video, I will give you in detail about your how different layers of OSI reference model works and TCP/IP model protocol suite works. I will give it to you.